Hey there, everybody. Hope you have a fantastic day. Got here pretty quickly through the traffic. Left a little bit earlier, about 6:15, and so then that was nice to be able to get here in about 50 minutes or so. Totally just realized that I forgot my bag, laptop, calendar. Oh, even my key card. Dang it. I'm not going to drive through to go get it. I have to just wait out there and get some things done. So podcast, though, I want to talk about that. Podcast talked about moving beyond theoretical leadership. I find there's a lot of coaches out there. A lot of people talk about performance or business coaches, life coaches, and they only have theoretical knowledge. They're regurgitating a book that they've read, and it's very obvious that they've never led people. They talk about conflict resolution, and they themselves haven't had to resolve any conflict except in maybe their personal life or in like helping people buy their services. And so it's a little bit different when you have the opportunity to actually lead other people. And so remember, my thoughts on leadership is that it's influence. That is what leadership is. It's not found in a title. And so if you find yourself entrepreneurial, solopreneur, and you don't have any employees, then maybe there's an opportunity for you to be able to volunteer, join a committee, lead others, and move beyond the theoretical of leadership and actually have real experience. Leadership, in my opinion, is best forged and truly best learned in actually doing leadership opportunities. We have to ask ourselves, do we have true leadership influence, or do we just read a nice motivational quote? Sherman's out. All right, thought I'd show you a unique angle. Not a flattering angle, because when you look down, you get a little bit of that fat neck fan. Anyway, so this is what waiting looks like when I was gonna be the first person at the office. And unfortunately, when you're the first person at the office and you forget your key card, you end up waiting here in the lobby as people walk in. I'm sitting down. That's what it looks like, everybody. So, hope you're having a good day. I'm debating, so home is 45 minutes away, 50. Drive there and back, 2 hours spent in the car to get the laptop and my calendar. I have an 8 o'clock meeting here at the office, coaching session, and then I have 2 new people coming in today. So just a quick little orientation for each of them. And then it is a lunch meeting with the chamber, and then a couple of other meetings. So we'll see how that goes. See what we can do. Again, just wait. This is like the worst thing for someone like me, and I mean someone like me that like wants to get stuff done. Waiting, this is just torture. Waiting for someone else. I'd go and do something, but I'm just waiting. I think someone's coming here for the office that has a key card so I can get in. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so that was a false alarm. That was not someone from my office. It looked like it from afar. Let's see. So going back to the podcast of the day, talking about leadership and that you need to go beyond the theoretical, because you find people, they have a tendency to read books and then they attach themselves to like servant leadership, or they subscribe to certain kind of philosophies of leadership. There needs to be opportunities to lead. You don't know if servant leadership even looks like if you aren't actually implementing some kind of servant leadership capacity, right? So if your servant leadership typically is sacrifice, where you're having to put others before yourself. And that only happens if you're actually leading other people, and you have to put other people, like their good, their greater good of their career, their aspirations before your own. Sometimes if you read in a book,
you have no idea what that looks like, because for you, servant leadership is, again, something that's theoretical, something you read on the pages on a book. And not that there's anything, I'm not discounting the value of reading things in books and learning. It's just that leadership is one of those principles, one of those characteristics that can't be shortcut. You can't read 21 irrefutable laws of leadership and all of a sudden say that you are a leader. You need to have opportunities where you're actually leading individuals in an organization, in some kind of association. There is something that you're doing in your life that actually gives you the opportunity to lead other people. Some of the greatest leaders that I've met, I don't know if Meng's watching this, phenomenal leader. One of the leaders over at local Chamber of Commerce up in Wausau, but sat on a multitude of different committees. I want to say 3, and was a phenomenal leader. Her influence was far beyond a title, and I know her leadership skill set wasn't forged from a book. She didn't read something over the weekend and go, "Hey, I'm a leader." She looked at opportunities to serve, and thus became a leader by the need to be able to lead other people and help them get to where they needed to go. So I think, Meng, if you're watching this, fantastic example of what leadership is, and that it doesn't need to be in a for-profit organization. It doesn't have to be in a title that's executive director, none of those accolades. It's you're doing what you need to do. Another one, a great friend of mine up there in the Wausau area, Carrie Ann, is a phenomenal leader. She sits on the board of the local Chamber of Commerce up there, but prior to that didn't sit on the board, was very active with a few local charities up there, and wanted to be able to make sure that she had an impact. So her getting involved as an ambassador for the local Chamber of Commerce, her getting involved with local committees and events in promoting specific nonprofit charities that she's involved with, that she cares about, and then looking at being able to make sure that she is someone of influence, giving an impact. That is leadership. And again, all those concepts, and you add on top of her career, again, she wasn't the managing partner of her firm, she wasn't the executive director, she wasn't the entrepreneur, she was someone that was looking at making an impact and having an influence. And then so her role gave her the opportunity to be sitting with different organizations, but that was, again, not what her leadership was born in. It wasn't born in or created by her job. It was created by her desire to have influence in the community and with others, and it was very impactful. Sherm's out.
All right, here we go, everybody. Finally went back, got the laptop, came back, had a good meeting, good coaching session, and then going off to a networking meeting, getting involved potentially with a different committee here. It's called Zest in the West. So I want to be able to just put that context out there that, this is how I build the new network. I belong to an organization. I look at getting involved in a committee, see if I can have some impact. Talk to you soon. Sherm's out. Okay, didn't mic up. So they changed the place. Went to Maggiano's, came to the chamber. Luckily I was running a little bit ahead of time. They're not too far ahead of me, so going to a different restaurant. The Ragin' Cajun. Let's go. Okay, finally came to the right spot. Here we are. The Ragin' Cajun. Let's go meet some peeps. Woo! Hey there, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I just want to be able to post this one up because I think sometimes you see all these different quotes or videos from me and you think that it's always rainbows and sunshine. And no, there's difficult moments. Today, left the house early got to the office, totally forgot my laptop, my key card. I live an hour away, and so had to go back there, pick it up. When I made a phone call, I was meant to have a meeting at 8 o'clock, so I waited around. Person didn't show up. Lo and behold, on the email that I didn't check, the employee had actually resigned over the weekend. I found that out when I called them, and that's okay for us. My attitude is the career, I'm able to help you develop and grow, and if you find that you've outgrown our organization, that's totally fine. It's your career, and what can I do to help you get to where you need to go? And that could be being coached, or it could be coached on to the next realm. And I had so one person showed up, then I had another meeting, that person didn't show up. Did get them rescheduled for tomorrow, though. Was meant to go to a networking meeting. They had changed the address. So I go to the first location, not there. Go to the Chamber of Commerce, not there. Go to the next one. And so I want to be able to showcase this because sometimes things don't go the way that you want it to. And that's totally okay. It's just part of life that we want to plan for different things in our lives. But at the same time, life is going to take us in a different direction. So I want to be able to make sure that you have this in some kind of format. And for me, there's no bad days. They're just days. It just is. And my role is to be able to adjust my attitude to always make sure that it's a great day. Sherman's out.